Oop. Testing, testing. Perfect. All right. Chris Yob in the chat. Sounds great. Awesome. That is good to hear. All right. Well, I know it's a little early in the morning for some of you, but what is happening, everybody? Justin here from the Nerd Archive Productions, and welcome to a special episode of Nap Reacts. We're live just an hour and a half, roughly, hour and 15 minutes before the Switch 2 Nintendo Direct. A bit of a momentous occasion, as it were, I think. We're going to find out a lot more about the hardware and the software and the games and all that good stuff. This is a bit of a pre-show, as it were, so we're going to be playing some games, shooting the breeze and whatnot. So anything you guys want to chat about in relation to the Switch 2 and any info you might have, anything you want to talk about, just go right ahead and throw it there in the chat. I've got some stuff up as well that we can talk about. And yeah, we'll be doing a little retro gaming as well. Play a little Mario World and whatever else we decide to play. But yeah. Let's see. Maneuvering a few things around here real quick, so just bear with me, folks. So this is going to be a bit of an interesting one with this direct that we got coming up. So it's based on the Twitter post that Nintendo of America dropped, or Nintendo period. It's going to be about 60 minutes in length, which is essentially their longest direct that they've ever done. Um, and based on what we've seen, or what I've seen thus far with the directs that they've done up till now, it usually winds up being about 5 to 10 minutes longer than they initially expect, which is fine by me. As far as I'm concerned, the more the merrier. And also with the Treehouse live things that they're going to be doing over the next 2 days after this, um, I think we're going to see this particular presentation. I think is going to be a bit more concise as far as what they're going to announce, what they're talking about with the hardware and whatnot. And so any game announcements they make, I think, is pretty much going to stick to mainly the trailers. So I don't think they're going to spend too much time talking about any of their games. Some of the bigger ones you might see a little bit of extra time to, but I think maybe beyond the trailers, I don't think it's going to be. Um, there's a lot of things that I think people are wanting to get more information on. The display, for one thing, I think people are hoping that possibly some people were hoping for an OLED display, but apparently reports and rumors are pointing towards an LCD. Um, More than likely to save costs. The Joy-Con mouse feature that they showed in the initial reveal, um, which is going to be an interesting one. They're supposed to have an optical sensor, so question is, what is that capable of? The C button. It's an interesting bit. One rumor I did see briefly was about, and I mean, I'm not really putting too much stock into this, but connecting the Switch One as a second screen, but I highly doubt. Most people are pointing at some sort of social aspect or chat, saying group chat or what have you, or maybe it could be some kind of community thing. So I'm pretty much going over my notes and whatnot. So a popular theory is that it stands for community and to link to Switch 2's networking features. Uh Obviously we're most likely going to get a release date. A lot of people are assuming around June, and some are also wondering, okay, what the price is going to be. A lot of people are saying, a lot of the reports that we're seeing is going to hover around 400. Some have said around 450. So I think it's going to be around 400, 399, as you usually see in retail. But yeah, I think we can expect around 400. And then obviously the Switch One hardware probably, I mean, I think it's going to drop in price once the new hardware is released, and then we'll see from there. The Switch 2 UI, we're going to see. We've seen some mock-ups and things, what it might look like and what have you, which admittedly look kind of cool, but we'll see. I don't take too much stock in things that people create and whatnot. I put a bit more into things that are like a bit more substantiated with rumors, depending on who is uh who's talking about it, basically. And so we'll definitely see something around that with the new UI. Let's see. More in line with hardware, I'm thinking, I mean, it's supposed to have a new NVIDIA chip, but the question is specifically how much more powerful will the Switch 2 be? I mean, there's a lot of talk going around, and I mean, I think it's going to. I mean, it's obviously going to be a pretty big step up from the Switch One. There's no doubt about that. Um, with the dock, wondering, okay, is the new dock different, and what does it enable? Uh, Rumors are pointing to a beefier dock for more powerful gaming, but we'll see. Let's see. Based on some of the stuff that I've been getting from guys like Andres Restart and Nintendo Prime and whatnot, let's see, going into going into the C button rumors from a user on FamiBoard stating that the campus rumor that some people have been talking about is actually genuine. Communication features, I think I said this earlier, such as group chat with other NSO members and possible screen sharing. Let's see. The Pro controller. This is going to be an interesting one. There was an FCC filing confirming a Pro controller with a headset jack alongside the usual NFC and Bluetooth, which is going to be an interesting one because a lot of people were complaining about the Switch One's Pro controller not having any of that. And so I think for me, it's not really going to be, for me, I think that's not really going to be a too big of an issue because if I'm going to do, if I'm doing group chat on anything, it's more than likely going to be through Discord with anybody that I'm playing with. So, not really a big, not really a big sticking point for me, but I can understand how that might be a pretty big request for some people that play. And so that makes, honestly, it makes perfect sense. Um, anything new, like anything new with Nintendo Switch Online. So possible GameCube NSO. We can only hope. I'd like to see some of that. Um, let's see. And then there's launch games as well. So there's a lot we can talk about. So like I said, anything that you guys want to talk about, and anything that we can get into more detail and we can go like back and forth on, throw it in the chat. You can also hit us up on Discord as well. The links to all of that will be in the description down below. So hit us up pretty much everywhere. I'm going to switch over to I got a screen share rolling. I'm hoping it's not going to be too big an issue because we're gonna like we'll talk and we'll play a few games and whatnot and see what's going on, and I'll have some other stuff up just in case anything happens, any updates and whatnot. Let me. All right, so bear with me just a second. All right. Okay, cool. Just had to make sure that the audio was coming through, and yeah. Just making sure that the game audio is coming through. So yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on the chat. So anything that you guys want to, any interesting topics regarding Switch 2 and that you want to talk about, we can talk about as well. So just throw them in there. Anything that comes to mind. And yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't mind stopping what I'm doing to chat, because honestly, that's the entire purpose of what this is. And then about 15 minutes before the start of the direct, we're going to switch everything over, and this will get stopped. Oh, perfect. Screen share signal went up to full, so we are good. Perfect. At least I know that isn't really a big deal. Will that hold up when we switch over to the Nintendo Direct presentation? Well, who knows? We will find out. But yeah, like I said, feel free to throw whatever you want in the chat. Just try to keep it, I will say, and you'll see it in the scrolling text, please, please, please keep the chat clean, because I have the on-screen chat loaded up as well, and I really don't want to have to take that away. So all right. Plus, I don't want to have to end this. I don't really want to have to end this stream early because of people being stupid. So I know a lot of the people that myself and the archive crew are friends with wouldn't really do a lot of that, but I don't take any chances with people outside our group. All right. So yeah, let's hit up a bit of nostalgia with some Super Mario World. We'll switch between games every so often. And then, yeah. And then the post-direct will also talk about like what we saw and everything, and what this can mean, what this will mean or could mean for the future of Nintendo. I keep rambling, and we're supposed to be doing shit, so. What can you do? All right. Oh, wait, why did I do that? Now, there were some that were saying that we might not see a 3D Mario or anything regarding 3D Mario in the Direct, and maybe not even within the first year of the console's life cycle. To be honest, I'm not so sure that that's the case. Honestly, not seeing a 3D Mario on the Switch 2 within the first year, I think would probably be a mistake on their part. And there are also people saying that it's possible that we could see something for Donkey Kong. So it's certainly possible. As far as a bit more on games, I'm thinking it's also possible. I mean, we know pretty much, based on what we've seen thus far, is that more than likely we're going to see Switch 2 enhanced versions of some existing Switch 1 games. We can pretty much assume with relative certainty that Metroid Prime 4 and Pokemon Legends ZA are going to be cross-gen, and so we're gonna see enhanced versions, I believe, of those two games at least. And then there was also, I think, a rumor going around with a remastered version of Breath of the Wild, which I'd enjoy seeing, absolutely. Do we need a remastered Breath of the Wild? Not necessarily. But I definitely think it's something that people would enjoy seeing. And there's another, I mean, that's another question that I think a lot of people would, like to ask. What remastered or Switch 2 enhanced versions of games do you think we will see, or do you think we should see? Kind of like a wish list of sorts. I mean, I'm a pretty big Legend of Zelda fan, so I'd honestly like to see. I would love nothing more than to see a remake of Ocarina of Time. I mean, because honestly, arguably the best Zelda game, period. I mean, and while we're at it, pretty much the best. Yeah, pretty much the best game, pound for pound, that's ever been released. So, yeah, I mean, what do y'all think, Let's see. Wait a minute. What? I knew I was missing something. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Whoa. Okay. Didn't think you'd come back like that. Ah, bitch. Ah, there we go. Look at that. We're a little under an hour away, so this is gonna be... I think this will be good. All right, we'll go through one more level. Oh! I'm glad I got that damn, I'm glad I got that Switch Palace. Jesus Christ. Okay. Another one up. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Thank you. Oh, that was... Of course, that's all there'd be. Just one more. Oh. Just 2 away from getting that perfect. That is what it is. All right, let me maneuver over here, bring my notepad up. Certain third-party developers also seem like they have some stuff coming up, which for some people confirms... Oh, shit. Probably shouldn't have done that, but it is what it is. There we go, look at that. Which basically confirms the release date. And so we'll see if Nintendo's announced release date lines up with what we've been seeing. You know, we've got, what was it? What the hell was it? The Final Fantasy 25th anniversary coming up. We've got Zelda's 40th anniversary coming up. We've got oh yeah, there we go. So, you know, there's a lot of really interesting shit that's going to be dropped, I think. And I think that's why a big part of why they've been waiting so long is because I think they've been... Oh geez, hang on. Okay, not too bad. You know, waiting on a lot of their third-party partners, I think, to get things ready for this, between this and the obviously the Treehouse event, because we're going to be seeing a lot more hands-on stuff with the Treehouse gameplay and whatnot, and so that's going to be an interesting one. Whoops, I'm going to do that. Okay, I'll take that. Hey, the dog's barking. The dog barks at everything and nothing. Is what it is. So yeah, it's weird though, because I've been seeing some stuff also with Sakurai. Apparently, I guess he said himself that he has to, like, he can't just like tweet mindlessly, and so he has to really watch what he puts on, because a lot of people would assume that he's teasing something, and so they'll go in and they'll just like overanalyze everything, and just like, oh, what could this mean? But what does this signify, and what have you, and just sometimes it amounts to nothing, and he's basically just reacting to some of the stuff that some people post, some of the stuff that Nintendo posts. Case in point, his reaction to the Switch 1 Direct from a few days ago. From I think it was the 27th. He reacted to that, and a lot of people were just like, "Wait, what is this? What?" But I mean, it is what it is. People are always going to do that. They're going to look for hidden meanings within things that generally there might not be that much to it, but people will always assume something entirely different. So, but then, I mean, you can't really blame some people for doing that based on his track record and Nintendo's track record and what have you. So, could be something, could be nothing. But a lot of his recent tweets really haven't been anything much, if anything at all. So, what can you do? Of course, Yoshi's a chicken shit. All right, we're looking good, looking good, looking good. Woo! Forgot about you. Haha. Ooh, jeez. Fuck. Gotcha. Yeah, sometimes I suck, but it is what it is. All right. And for those of you who may just be joining us, welcome to Nap Reacts Live, the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct Edition. We're in the midst of our pre-show, playing a few games, chatting about the Switch 2, any news, rumors, leaks, and things like that that we may or may not have heard about. So, yeah. Welcome aboard, and we hope you are having a lot of fun, and we hope that you are excited as we are about the Nintendo Switch 2. Because I am more than a little curious about what we're gonna see at 9 o'clock. 9 a.m. Eastern. So. All right. Do a couple more on this one, and then we're gonna switch to something new. Switch. Oh, yeah, that's right, I forgot. He doesn't let that happen. So, we're gonna have to let you go. Get out of here. Come here. There we go. Whoop. Aha! Double. I love this one. Stand next to the left side of all these blocks in every row and spin jump with the cape. And you'll get the 1-up every time. If you don't have a cape, you got to rely on a random predetermined set. So usually it goes, I'm not entirely sure how many different ones there are, but generally those that know the game will kind of figure out, okay, what the order is for each of the ones after within like the first 2 rows, and then they'll be able to figure it out. But for those that don't, simple thing, just hit it with the cape on the left side and you'll get it every time without fail. Whoop, there we go. Decent place to earn lives early game. All right. We'll get these last few coins here, and then we'll finish the level. Boom. All right. Okay, so we are going to have to finish this quickly. Nice. Whoa, that was close. Bitch. Okay. Whoa! Not exactly what I was wanting to happen, but it is what it is. And then wound up losing both. All right. Woo! Okay. So we're gonna. Okay. Yeah. We'll overwrite that suspend point, and then we'll drop back to game selection. Let's see. What do we want to play next? You know what? Screw it. One of my favorites, actually. Super cool. Awesome game. Something else I'm a little curious about is will we see 4K output in dock mode? Because this could be a fairly interesting one. A lot of people are saying that the fact that some That some developers, I mean, there are some developers now that still don't have dev kits yet, but we can pretty much assume that a lot of their big third-party supporters are going to have it. And some people are saying, oh, okay, but, you know, maybe some early dev kits that don't have anything in the way of 4K output. Is there an updated one with 4K output? I'm assuming there is. But, well, sort of. We really don't want to assume one way or the other. So, I'd kind of like there to be. And considering that they're doing a lot with the LSS and the newer NVIDIA chip that's going to be in the Switch 2 itself, I mean, it could lend some credence to that. And so I think it could be. So I think more than likely it's going to be, I think it's more likely going to be 1080p handheld and potentially 4K dock. Question is, though, is it going to be 4K 30 or is it going to be 4K 60? That's a tougher one. That's a tougher one to answer at this point until we see the Direct itself. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. 40 minutes to go. We already know what that says, so no worries there. Oh, you bitch. Yep. Bonus stage. Simple. All right. So there's that. So we go in here and it'll reset the stage. Come on. There we go. So we go through this, it resets the stage, and we get the Rambi crate back, which is going to be cool because we can do... So this is another one that's good for grabbing some extra lives. You go here, and you can't go past that, but they give you 2 lives as consolation. Super cool. But we can go back this way. As you can see, the bananas are back. And then we go back to here. And Rambi's back. Put the bananas. And then go back in here to reset the level again. But instead of collecting the non-existent coin, you just drop from there, and then you go back. and then keep doing that. And then you can pretty much keep doing that repeatedly, where you collect Rambi, and then go through the level, reset the crate, and then go back and collect lives. And you can pretty much do that endlessly. So, like, for those that might need like the extra lives at the beginning, which is for some. I mean, for me, when I first played this, I kind of did, but it is what it is. All right. We're a little over half hour out from the Nintendo Direct. So we're going to be playing for about 15 to 20 more minutes. And then we're going to switch over to, we're going to take a short break while we switch over the screen share and that, and then which will switch over to the Nintendo Direct page on YouTube. We hope you are having an incredible day, as always, like I said earlier, and looking forward. Oh, to what is to come. Keeping my eye on that clock. So you might see me make some obviously dumb mistakes. For anybody that's ever played this game before, and I've played this I don't know how many times, like, I'm keeping an eye on that clock just to make sure for when it's time to switch over. And as a result of that, you may see me make some obviously dumb mistakes. Oop. Oh, okay, that works. Wait, no. Down. Okay. Oh. Wait, why did I? Never mind. There was something over here. Yep, there was. I thought there was. Huh. I guess I'm misremembering. Is what it is. No big words there. Whoa! See? Nice. Yep, there's that. 2 more lives. Ah. Yeah, there we go. Come on, back down. Another bonus stage. Aw, you bastard. Ooh, okay. I killed you, what the hell? Okay. Gotcha. Second time's the charm, folks. Oops. Okay, let's see what we got here. There's another one. Whoops. Simple enough. I mean, these early levels are usually fairly simple. Okay, what do we got? Yep. There we go. Yeah. 30 minutes. We're looking good. Another bonus stage right at the beginning. That was quick. There you are. Oh. Whoop. Yeah, come on. There we go. Oh, give me that. Nice. Whoa. Booyah! So we'll see if we can finish. We'll see if we can finish World 1 before the 45-minute mark, before we have to switch over. Oh, perfectly timed. I thought I went a little bit too fast. We're gonna wait. Trying to remember. Whoop. Ah, too bad. Oh, here we go. Here's the one. Oh, wrong one. Perfectly centered. Bonus stage. There we go. For a second there, I was starting to forget where the hell I was supposed to go. Nice. Yeah, get out of here. Oh, you bitch! All right. Whoop. No. Yep. There it is. Whoop. Okay. Got it. He's floating. Ah, of course I'd missed that one. Bananas. Got it. 26 lives within the first world. Oh, okay. Swanky's bonus bonanza. I think we'll clear this before the 45-minute mark. Got it. Whoa, bitch. Where'd you go? Ah, well. You know what? Forget it. We'll go on without him. Nice. Okay. Nice. Oh, that didn't work out the way I'd hoped. Oh well. Another bonus. Woo! That last one was a little bit closer than I usually do. Wait. Oh, it's not. Whoop! That was close. Oh yeah. All right. I definitely mistimed that one, but it is what it is. We've got more than enough lives. Plus, save states make this kind of cheaty anyway, so. All right. First stage boss. Oh, bitch. Oh, shit. Okay. Come on. Bitch. Eat shit. Not too bad. All right. Five minutes. So I love save states. They're a little bit cheaty, but you know what? I don't care. Whoops. There we go. Perfect. Look at that. Oh yeah. All right, switch to you. Yeah, fuck it. Let's, Huh. Thought I was gonna trigger the, Oh, okay. Thought for a second I hadn't got them all. It's like, wait, what? Nice. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Ooh, okay. So we're gonna have just enough time. Yeah, we're gonna have just enough time to finish this. Whoa! Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a one and done for that one. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Yeah, who cares? I mistimed that one, but there was no balloon on that, so it really didn't matter. Helium voice. All right. We'll go ahead and do that. Oops. And oops, that's not what I wanted to do. All right. So we're gonna kill this and go ahead and switch over to the screen share for the Nintendo America YouTube channel. Oh, yeah. At some point, I am going to be streaming this game on the main channel. I just need to. I don't know if I'm going to wait until I finish Mario and Luigi Brothership before I do that, or if I'm just going to say screw it and stream it at the same time. Who knows? Whatever you guys want. All right. Yeah, let's do this. Kill that. All right, come on. Switch over to the display port. Thank you. All right. So thank you. It's a little bright. There we go. So now, bear with me for just a couple of minutes. I'm rearranging my windows again. So all of my notes are here on the base screen as well. Full screen that. All right, folks. Just over 10 minutes away from this potentially incredible Nintendo Direct. Nintendo is moving into the future and potentially changing the game, so to speak. So I think this is going to be an interesting one. All right, let me pop out the chat real quick. Bring that over here. All right. As always, for those of you who are just joining us, thank you for tuning in to this Nintendo Direct reaction. Nap Reacts Live. We're going to be checking out the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct in about 10 minutes. So we're closing in on game time, as it were. And for those of you who are still with us, thank you so very much for sticking with us. Uh, yeah, links will be down in the description below. Follow us on all of our social platforms through the links down there. We got just about any social network you can think of as well. Most of our interactions are on Discord, so you'll find that down there as well. I think that is on. Let me see. Yeah, so our Discord is actually right under the link to our Discord is actually right under our individual links. And then of course the link tree will take you pretty much to every single one of our the social platforms that we are on as well. Oh, looky. We're at 240 subscribers, folks. That is incredible. So thank you so very much to the newest person that joined us. We are happy to have you along. And it is super bright. Think I'm going to minimize that for now because it's a little too bright in my face. Nice. Wolfpack Adventures, is it? Hey, which one is that? Is that Lewis or is that Sarah? Hey, yep, it's Lewis. How's it going, man? How is it going? Let's see. Uh, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I know you did say you had a bit of a busy morning ahead of you because you got to get the oil change done on both your vehicles, which I imagine that's a bit of a pain in the ass, but something that we all have to deal with at some point. Oh, something else that I had completely forgotten about, which we saw in the March 27th direct, which was the virtual game cards thing, which is actually a really cool idea in and of itself, which is I think another reason for people to want to group up on like say a Nintendo online subscription is being able to share games, even digital games, which is super cool between between friends, as long as you're on the same family account. And so I really, really like the idea behind that. So like for those like me that just get the digital games, and if I want to share it with somebody, uh, and I don't have like the physical cartridge and they really want to play that particular game and they don't want to have to like they either don't want to have to go out and spend the money uh to buy the game if they're not like entirely sure about it. Um or if they just like basically they don't really want to buy the game period. But then again, it might wind up changing their minds, which I think could be super super cool as well. Is like okay, you try the game, you borrow it from one of your, borrow it from one of your friends in that way. And then I forget if they said if there was a time limit or something on it or what, but I mean, it's like I said, the concept is really, really good. And yeah, being able to try out games before you buy them in that way opens up a lot of opportunities, I think, for Nintendo. And so it makes the idea of digital games a lot more appealing for some people that might have been on the fence. So, we'll see. And we can pretty much be sure that the Switch 2 is going to support this as well. I think that there's no way that they would have there's no way they would have announced something like that if there wasn't going to be some plan in the works for Switch 2 support for that feature. Like, not a chance in hell. But once again, I mean, even though it's pretty much a sure thing, well, here we go. Woo! Here we go. Exciting. Oh, this is gonna be good. Here we go. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. so many shapes. I wonder if that's going to be the new Nintendo Direct intro going forward. Oh, here we go. Ah, of course they're going to start with Mario Kart. It makes perfect sense. Hey, here he comes.
Let's go!
Let's go. Oh my God, these tracks look incredible. And they're a lot bigger. What? Okay. Grinding on wires and railing, wall jumping. What? Interesting. Costume changes. Okay. Mid-race. Yeah. Oh, that's sick. Mario Kart World. All right. So Mario Kart 9 is confirmed as Mario Kart World.
Hello everyone, I'm Koichi Kawamoto, and I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct.
Hello.
I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2.
I'm Takuhiro Dota, the director for Nintendo Switch 2.
And I'm Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch 2.
All right. Nice.
What you just saw was Mario Kart World, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2.
Of course.
Now, what do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world.
Damn, that is
Kart
so
races
cool.
are held throughout various regions that span the globe. Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
Oh, that's sick.
And in this Mario Kart game,
Rolling start.
you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world.
Oh, that's cool.
In the classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place.
Of course, you had to have that.
But don't sleep
Classic.
at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition.
What?
With 24 drivers in each race,
Yup.
the most in series history, the competition is gearing up.
Gonna be an interesting one for online too.
Introducing Knockout Tour. Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another.
Really?
There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated.
Of course, that makes sense. I mean,
Can you make it all the way to the finish line?
yeah. Free roam.
You can also freely drive around this vast world in free roam.
All right.
By going off-road,
Oh,
you can
that's
explore
nice.
new areas and routes.
Cool.
So drive wherever your heart takes you. You can also go for scenic drives with friends
Yeah.
and even take photos together at different locations. A brand new race across the entire world starts here. Mario Kart World! The game launches on the same day as Nintendo
Day
Switch 2.
one.
More details about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct.
Ooh.
So be on the lookout for more information in the future.
Okay. I will make sure that I'm on that.
Mario Kart World launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. We'll share more details in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
That's day one buy. Same with the system.
Next, we'd like to introduce some of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2.
Here we go. Here we go.
These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2.
Sweet.
And on the right Joy-Con 2, we've added a new C button.
Yep. What is it?
Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
There's that sound again.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys. That was me. That was you? So quick. Oh, no.
There's a bit of audio lag in that.
No.
Nix, I'm coming for you.
No, I'm about to get
Come on, no.
Introducing Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me? Hello?
Hi, missed you.
With this feature, you'll be able to communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
Should we follow
Okay.
you?
Yeah, follow
Okay.
me. For an adventure.
While using the Game Chat feature, your voice is recognized by a microphone built into the system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right? All right, let's keep going. Okay. So
It can pick up your speaking voice clearly, even from a distance.
Look at this. Jump on here. All right, let's keep going. Let's make a left right here. Let's make a
When it's noisy
Oh.
around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit
He's
by a
holding the new
bubble?
Pro controller.
Okay, nice.
It does look beautiful. It's opaque.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family.
I'd be disappointed if they
If you
didn't.
open the chat menu and turn on game screen sharing,
Sick. Okay.
There we go.
you can also share your game screen.
Did you see someone just like go on top of that dinosaur?
Really? They can do that?
Can do it? You guys, I just did it. Oh, I want to do it too.
Oh, shoot. Oh. Ooh.
Ah.
Oh, he's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it.
Oh, no.
Yay!
Okay. You can chat to your heart's content, even while playing different games.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I know that one. It's so hard, right? It's tough.
Oh, wow. I'm like in the sky right here. I'm I'm falling. Okay, we got it. We're safe.
Kirby, look, you're on a star. That's
Of
so
course, they're
cute.
showing Switch 1
So
games, but
cute.
that's cool.
You can adjust the size of your game screen,
Nice.
Guys, I'm lost. Like,
Where'd you go?
or expand another friend's game screen.
Cool.
You gotta get above that wall that's to your left.
You're almost there, though.
It's just like the wall. Like if she gets past the wall.
this is where I have to do a little
What?
wall ride.
Okay.
So everyone can watch them play.
Oh, I think I know where you are. Wait.
Okay,
I think we have
we're
to
together.
try.
Welcome. Ooh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Let's take a picture here.
Okay, are you ready?
Smile.
Yay.
Ah.
Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose, Meeks.
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button. With the C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Oh, dang.
Oh, really? Wait, actually, guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back. Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more. And there's this.
No shit.
By connecting this camera to the system,
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, what's up? Hello. Yo, Nick.
Hi.
This could be
how's
good for those that
everyone
need it.
doing? Good.
you can appear on screen and video chat while playing a game.
Your face is on here.
Wait, Nick, how was your test yesterday?
It was good.
No.
Here's how it looks with just the camera feed.
I'm way behind, guys.
There you go. I bet you like
Can
that.
you wait for me? Because
Please look forward to games which use your camera feed like this.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
No, wait. Go left, go left. Left.
I'll let you fix it.
little more this way.
Using Game Chat. Even when you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room.
That's pretty cool.
Play together or compete in online multiplayer games. Chat while playing your personal favorites. Decide your own
Hey, we were
rules
just
for
playing
a
that.
retro game competition. Or hold a sports competition between families. All together, anytime, anywhere. Game Chat.
Very nice.
What did you think? In developing Game Chat, our goal was for you to enjoy playing online with others more closely, including family and friends, almost as if you're all playing together in the same place. The camera you saw in the trailer is the
makes
Nintendo
perfect
Switch
sense.
2 camera, which will be available on the same day as Switch 2.
Of course.
A Nintendo Switch Online membership will be required to use Game Chat.
Expected.
However, since we'd like as many people as possible to experience Game Chat, it will be available without a membership for a limited time. We hope you'll try it out.
Okay. Nice.
Additionally, Game Chat supports the Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app, and
course it
different
does.
settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants to use Game Chat to play with their friends.
We'd like to introduce another new experience you can share with family and friends. On Nintendo Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game with Game Share. As
Nice.
shown here, even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game. With Game Share, you can temporarily share compatible games with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other systems at a time. Game Share also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier. Game Share can only be used with compatible games. This feature is planned for several titles, starting with a free update for Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics on Nintendo Switch. Game Share support is also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
All right.
Up next, we'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
Please take a look.
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch. The system's thickness remains the same.
Yeah.
With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
Okay. There you go. So that was confirmed. 120 FPS. Sick.
The screen supports up to 120 frames per second,
All right.
allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles.
Nice. HDR. Okay.
The LCD screen is more vivid and supports HDR, providing more contrast between light and dark areas of the images.
Nice. They attach magnetically. That makes
The
perfect sense.
all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers
That was
connect
confirmed.
magnetically. Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system.
Okay.
Detach your controller easily by pressing the release button on the back. The SL and SR buttons are bigger for greater comfort and control when playing with a Joy-Con 2 held horizontally.
Okay.
The left and right sticks are now larger.
This.
Each Joy-Con 2 controller can be used as a mouse to play with compatible games. Both the
Interesting.
left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls. By adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes.
I still won't.
It has a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat. It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds,
Really?
so your voice will come through clearly.
Okay, that's cool.
Even if you don't have a surround sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
Okay. So their built-in audio got a bit of an upgrade. That's really cool.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand. You can move it freely, like this. In addition to the USB-C port found on the bottom of the system, there's one on top as well.
Yep.
It's handy for connecting a USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode.
Okay. I mean, you had to figure both of them should have been capable of charging. Makes sense. Ooh.
Nintendo Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage, 8 times that of Nintendo Switch, for
Nice.
storing your game downloads, save data, and more.
long as
Reading
it
and
still
writing data
supports-
is also faster.
There we go. Confirmed 4K
Use
support.
the Nintendo Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution
There you
for
go.
compatible games.
Love it.
HDR is also supported in TV mode.
Good. Good.
The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool. This
Neat.
helps keep performance stable.
Okay. I like that. Plays compatible
On
Switch.
Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games,
Okay.
as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and digital games are supported.
Okay. Okay. So maybe not all Switch games. That's how I interpret that.
As you just saw, Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch. We redesigned the system from the ground up and packed in lots of new gameplay features. And to help players better understand Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game. Mr. Kawamoto!
Hello.
Hello.
My current location is actually inside the game itself.
Yeah.
This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour,
Interesting.
exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2.
You think?
I'm standing over here. Okay, everyone, join me inside the game.
Interesting.
There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them. This sign reads, "Where are the magnets?" The Joy-Con 2 controllers attach to the system with magnets. And those magnets are inside the system.
Interesting.
The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal, so that's how they attach to the system.
Okay. Cool.
A magnetic circuit is formed between them, so they won't easily detach. Through examining signs like these, you can discover all sorts of secrets about Nintendo Switch 2. Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this.
Nice.
You can adjust the position of the golf club and aim for the cup by rotating the Joy-Con 2. By combining the mouse controls and gyroscopes, things like this are possible.
Oh, come on. You couldn't get that in
There
2
are
shots?
secrets to discover even as you're playing mini-games and tech demos. Some of the secrets
Okay.
range from the unique features of the system to tiny details you might not notice until they're pointed out. There are plenty.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. So please check it out if you're interested.
And how many people
Now,
are actually going to buy
I'd
that?
like to share some more information regarding Nintendo Switch 2. This is the game card for Nintendo Switch 2 titles.
Okay.
It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's
Interesting.
now red, and it has much faster data reading speeds.
Sick.
Next up is
Bingo.
additional storage. Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards. They're a different type of SD card and will make high-speed data transfers possible.
Okay.
Please note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible.
That sucks.
Additionally, to transfer data from Switch to Switch 2, you can log into your Nintendo account to use the System Transfer feature. With this feature, you can transfer save data, digital games, and more. We're also
There we go.
releasing a new Pro controller. It has a
Still
C
day
button,
one
which
buy right
launches
there.
Game Chat, and on the back, there are new GL and GR buttons, which you can
There's
use
the
to
headset
assign
jack.
existing button controls. In addition, an audio jack has been added.
Yep.
We've introduced a
That's
few new
confirmed.
features, and after today's presentation, the official Nintendo Switch 2 website will go live. There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website, where the three of us will talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
Nice.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date. Nintendo Switch 2 launches on
June
June 5th.
5th. Okay.
We're very much looking forward to the day when you all get to experience it, so please wait just a bit longer.
Now, broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games. The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games. These games take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2. The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games are the third type. Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals, unique ways to play on Switch 2, and more. Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree.
Okay.
Please take a look.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2.
Nice.
The upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features, including mouse controls, audio recognition, more expressive rumble,
Camera
and
support.
gameplay that uses a camera accessory,
Okay.
all of which can be accessed on Switch 2. Let's check out 3 new and updated modes. First up is Mario Party mode. With a single camera, up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience all the reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online. Up next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the
Interesting.
livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage to hit blocks to collect the most coins, guide an RC car with your voice, go, and compete in other mini-games using full body movement and sound. Finally, take a ride on the mouse-controlled carnival coaster. With the safety bar lowered and secured, you're off.
Interesting.
Use mouse controls to shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster. When you enter a pipe, a mini-game will begin. There's a bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm, and one where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects. Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive mini-games. How quickly can you reach the station?
Neat.
From mini-games that use a camera, the built-in microphone, mouse controls, and rumble, the biggest party yet is getting even bigger.
Nice.
Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Jamboree TV, launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th. Nintendo Switch 2 players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Of course. You had to expect that was going
Please
to be
look forward to a new Mario
paid.
Party experience where you can see
Makes
each
perfect
other's
sense.
reactions.
Question
while
is, how
playing.
much is it going to cost?
Let's continue presenting some more Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games.
Ooh. Yes. Look at that. Hey, Tears
Nintendo
of the
Switch 2
Kingdom.
editions of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and frame rates,
Nice.
and also support HDR, which makes the image more vibrant, so you can play with smoother, higher definition graphics.
Sick.
Plus, you can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using
Really?
Zelda Notes. This new feature can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices.
Okay.
It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles. For example, it can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't found yet.
Okay.
Guidance activating. Proceed north.
Might actually get me to use that app a bit more.
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send them to another player to create in their game.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. I guess I'll be streaming these games again.
We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable.
Yaddy, what's happening, man?
In Kirby and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy an additional story exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition,
Really?
along with improved graphics and frame rates. This story takes place in the Forgotten Land after being struck by a powerful meteor that's causing some mysterious changes.
Yeah.
We hope you're looking forward to Kirby's new adventure.
Oh, most definitely.
Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will
There
have
we
both
go.
a Nintendo Switch
Yup.
and a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
There you go, Yaddy. This is day one for me.
In addition to standard controls, you can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2. Plus, you can explore the immersive world in 4K at 60 frames per second, or enjoy smoother action in full HD at 120 frames per second.
Hell
Choose from
fucking
these two
yes.
modes, both of which support HDR, based on your preference and playstyle.
Nice.
Plus, Pokémon Legends ZA, which
Nice.
is scheduled to launch later this year, will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as well.
So both
By
were
taking
confirmed.
advantage of the power of Switch 2, you can enjoy your adventure in Lumio City with enhanced resolution and frame rates.
Nice.
The Nintendo Switch 2 edition games you just saw will be available as both physical and digital versions.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version of a game, you can play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Okay. But how much?
We hope you're looking forward to these Nintendo Switch 2 edition games.
That's the question. How much are the upgrade packs?
Next, I'd like to introduce a brand new game featuring mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers.
Okay.
Please take a look.
What in the world is this? Huh. Interesting. Okay. Oh, okay, that's neat. Ha! All right. Summer of this year. All right, cool.
In Drag and Drive, you'll use both Joy-Con 2 controllers as mice to intuitively pull off various moves. We hope you're looking forward to a new twist on 3-on-3 matches using dual mouse controls.
Okay.
Next, here are some games from our publishing and development partners coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Here we go. Here we go.
I have long observed the lands between. This world is in dire need of repair.
No shit.
You can see them, can't you? The rays of grace that guide you through your burden.
Okay.
I have no doubt you will become Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
Elden Ring Tarnished Edition. Okay. Okay, this is going to be an interesting one. I like this.
Hey, I'm Greg Kasavin from Supergiant Games, here to say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Our first ever sequel introduces the Princess of the Dead, an immortal witch out to vanquish the sinister Titan of Time. You'll battle beyond the underworld to the ends of the earth, getting to know dozens of characters from Greek myth in a story that reacts to your every setback and victory.
Neat.
It's the kind of game you can quickly pick up and play whether you're experienced with the original or not. Look for more about Hades 2 later this year.
皆さんこんにちは。カプコンの中山です。我々がお届けするタイトルはストリートファイター6です。本体を持ち寄っての対戦はもちろん、任天堂スイッチ2だけの新モードもあります。ソフトは通常版の他に総勢26キャラクターを収録した Years 1-2 ファイターズエディションの2バージョンを、さらにゲームと連動するアミーボとアミーボカードも一緒にスイッチ2の発売日にお届けします。お楽しみに。
New amiibo as well.
Initiating arsenal boot sequence. Weapon safety mechanism confirmed. All operating at normal levels. Testing data link with spine. Normal. Commencing launch.
After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted, we will finally be liberated from humans.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale, and you're buying.
Rebels! Thanks for the warm welcome!
Interesting. Wait, that voice sounded familiar.
This planet will be ours.
The Sovereign Axiom, the Trinitas, has almost completed a weapon that was created to destroy all humanity.
No! Because we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
I won't just stop you. I'll tear you apart!
All children
Daemon Ex
bring hope
Machina.
to our lives, don't they?
Titanic Scion. Okay.
Hey,
that's an interesting
this is Joseph
one.
Fares from Hazelight. I'm super excited for Split Fiction to come to Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh, cool.
The game is a story about friendship. You play as Mio, who writes sci-fi, and Zoe, who writes fantasy. Together, they get trapped in their own stories, and it's up to you and a friend to help them break free. Now, let me tell you this. If you like It Takes Two, you're gonna love this one, trust me.
I've heard a lot of good things about this game.
You'll be able to play Split Fiction on the day Switch 2 launches.
Okay, so it's day one. Nice.
At EA Sports, we're bringing fans together across the world, both on the pitch and on the gridiron. We're excited to announce that EA Sports FC will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Madden NFL will also be arriving on the Nintendo platform. EA Sports,
for me.
It's in the game.
Hi, I'm Alan Tu from Avalanche Software.
Ooh.
We are bringing Hogwarts Legacy to Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay.
With enhanced graphics and seamless world transitions, you'll be immersed in the Wizarding world like never before.
Nice.
And the new mouse controls on Switch 2 give you even more ways to experience the adventure. Discover the enhanced magic when Hogwarts Legacy launches on the same day as Switch 2.
So that's day one. All right.
Captain,
Cool.
is that mic supposed to be on?
Oh.
Son of a...
Huh. Literally something for everybody. Okay, nice.
Hello, this is Christian Elverdam from IO Interactive.
Okay.
We are bringing our flagship title, Hitman World of Assassination, to Nintendo Switch 2.
Nice.
As the best assassin in the trade, Agent 47 does everything he can to accomplish his mission. And how each mission progresses will vary depending on the player's imagination. Our ever-expanding game will release on the same day as the Switch 2. Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
Really? Who could it be? Ah, yup. Project 007.
James Bond. The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
Of course. Just a first announcement.
The story of light and shadow that never fades is reborn.
Really?
Bravely Default returns, remastered in high definition. Featuring the Brave and Default commands that help you control the flow of turn-based battles.
Okay.
Change and customize jobs to build out your very own party. Enjoy your adventure with upgraded features and enhancements. And all new minigames with unique ways to play. Square Enix presents the classic fantasy RPG, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster.
Okay.
Set foot in Luxembourg as a warrior of light once more.
Nice.
セガ龍が如くスタジオ代表の横山です。
Okay.
我々がお送りするタイトルは龍が如くゼロ誓いの場所ディレクターズカットです。1988年東京と大阪2つの歓楽街を舞台に土地をめぐる争奪戦が勃発。伝説の始まりを追加シーンとともにお楽しみください。発売日は Nintendo Switch 2の発売と同じ日です。今後のシリーズ展開にもぜひご期待ください。
We'll have more games to show from our publishing and development partners. But for now, we'd like to show a game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
What could it be?
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens, joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface, their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom. But in time, a terrible evil arose.
As it always does.
A war was fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call the Imprisoning War.
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then that must mean this really is the past.
Yep. It's a Hyrule Warriors game. Okay. That's kind of what I was suspecting that's what this was. Age of Imprisonment. Okay. There's a lot of cool shit coming out. All right, this is going to be a good one. Coming this winter. All right, so it's a holiday release.
That was Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. It's being developed by Koei Tecmo Games with support from Nintendo.
Yep.
We hope you're looking forward to the untold story of the Imprisoning War, which took place in Hyrule long ago.
And now, some news about Nintendo Switch Online. You can continue to enjoy Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2.
Of course.
And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2. Please take a look at this.
What could it be? Yes! Confirmed. All right.
Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack will be getting a new classic game library exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2.
Even more reason to get the Switch 2.
GameCube, originally released in 2001. Here are the titles that will be available at launch.
Wind Waker,
a Legend of Zelda
course.
game that looks like a cartoon come to life through cell shading. Controlling the wind using a mysterious baton, Link sets sail on an
That may have
adventure across
deconfirmed
the
a
Great
remaster.
Sea. The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. Transcending history and the world.
Calibur 2.
A
I haven't
tale
played
of
that in a long
souls
time.
and swords eternally retold. In this 3D, weapons-based fighting game, each fighter comes equipped with a different weapon. And Link, from the Legend of Zelda series, enters the fray. Soul Calibur 2. Experience a world of white-knuckle racing at speeds over 2,000 kilometers per hour.
Yep.
30 machines will put it all on the line in death-defying races.
Nice.
Featuring the series' first machine customization and story mode, get ready to experience F-Zero GX. In games that support multiplayer, up to 4 can play together locally or online.
Nice.
Enjoy these classic games with clearer image quality and higher resolution than the original releases.
Okay. Cool.
You can also check the controls for each title and customize them to your liking.
Makes perfect sense.
More titles will be added in the future.
Would expect nothing less. How about bumping up the release?
Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics, the Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack launches the same day as the hardware's release.
Nice.
And a dedicated controller designed after the
There we
original
go.
GameCube controller will also be released.
That'll make a lot
It
of
can
GameCube
connect
fans happy.
wirelessly and also has a C button
Hey.
to quickly access Game Chat.
Okay.
The Nintendo GameCube controller, exclusively available for Nintendo Switch Online members, will also be available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Very cool.
Whether you're familiar with the games or haven't played them before, we hope you're looking forward to Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics.
Nice.
Of course, you can continue to play select games from the systems shown here on Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, let's see some more games from our publishing and development partners.
Ooh, nice. All right, what do we got? Okay. Undertale's parallel story. Okay. I haven't played Undertale, so I'm not really familiar with it. All right. Launch day game.
Hi, I'm Randy from Gearbox. Borderlands 4, our upcoming flagship Borderlands game, will launch on Nintendo Switch 2. Borderlands is back. Loot and shoot your way through a world filled with wild enemies and outrageous weapons. We're still in development, and it's already the most ambitious Borderlands game we've ever made.
Nice.
Borderlands 4 will launch in 2025. We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead, and there's more from 2K on the way.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games. We're releasing a Nintendo
7.
Switch 2 edition of Sid Meier's Civilization 7.
Okay, cool.
In Civ 7, you'll establish an empire and guide your people throughout the ages of history.
Nice.
With the new mouse controls, players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience. Civ 7 launches on the same day as Switch 2. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version, you can experience mouse controls on Switch 2 by purchasing the upgrade.
I still want to know how much.
Even more news from 2K.
Really?
Hi, I'm Lionel Jinks.
And I'm Ben Bishop.
Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K
There
is
you
coming
go.
to Nintendo Switch 2.
There you go.
Plus NBA 2K as well.
We can't wait to see you in the ring.
And on the court.
Chris, you and Scott will be happy.
They
The wrestling fans on Parents' Night Out.
Enthusiasm and a profound lack of preparation. Boom! Terrible at steering a raft. Let's slay some trees. Awesome! You nailed it!
Okay,
Hook,
something
line, and
happened.
sinker. Tastes amazing, doesn't it?
Okay, this just froze.
Really have started to master
I'm still
this
getting audio.
thing. Next stop, the top. Ha! Nicely done. Well, I think that's everything. Let's set sail.
Give me a second.
Hi, I'm Dave Crooks from Dodge Roll.
What?
Here's the first look at Enter the Gungeon 2.
Okay, Enter the Gungeon 2. Neat.
Dodge countless bullets and aim for the Gungeon's depths in our roguelike shooter sequel. Now reloaded in a new 3D art style. You can expect some fan-favorite elements to return.
Okay, yeah, so
We're
they're
still working on the game. We're excited
Their
to
chat
share
saying
more
the
with you
game's
in
frozen.
future.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Wait, what just happened? Okay, yeah, there's something happened. Something went wrong.
Hello, my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red. We are delighted to bring the immersive world of the dark future to Nintendo players for the first time. Cyberpunk 2077
All right, give me a second here.
is an open-world action-adventure RPG set in Night City. Thanks to Nintendo Switch 2, you can transport yourself to the city of dreams at home or on the go. Get ready to meet unforgettable characters and discover engaging stories when Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition comes to Nintendo Switch 2 on launch day.
Oh, cool. Cyberpunk 2077.
こんに
Nice.
ちは。スクエアエニックスの浜口です。任天堂スイッチ2でファイナルファンタジー7リメイクインターグレードを発売いたします。本作はミッドガル脱出までを描いた3部作シリーズの1作目となり、20年以上の時を経て再創作された新しい FF7 を体験いただけます。スイッチ2で展開する FF7 リメイ
Okay,
ク
so
シリ
Final
ー
Fantasy
ズ
VII
にぜ
Remake.
ひメイクシリーズに
Oh, here we go.
ご期待ください。
All right, they got it fixed. Okay, no idea what that is. Hey, still no confirmed release date, but that'll make the Silk Song guys happy. Story of Seasons. No idea what that is. 2 Point Museum. No idea what that is. Wild Hearts. Somewhat familiar with that. Witchbrook. Oh yeah, that was on the Switch 1 Direct. Rune Factory. Okay. Ooh, sweet. Nice little beat 'em up. Yeah, nope. Hard pass. Fuck off. Okay, cool. Fast Fusion. Nice. Shadow Labyrinth. Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Nice. Okay. Interesting. Fortnite, of course. You had to figure that. I mean, that's on everything. Arcade Archives 2. Professor Layton. Nice. Tamagotchi Plaza. Human Fall Flat 2. Never played the first one, though. Nice.
We've shown a lot of games so far. The next game will be the last from our publishing and development partners. Please take a
Okay.
look.
Well, yeah, we're still not done yet. What do we got?
I give you my blood. I give you my life.
Castlevania?
O wheel. And transport him to a night of moonlight. To humanity's very dusk.
I mean, that's the... That's the assumption. Oh, it's FromSoft. So it's not. Pardon me for not recognizing it right off the bat. Shockingly enough, I haven't played any of the Dark Souls games or Demon Souls, so... Ah. That looks pretty cool. Haha. Reminds me of Majora's Mask, the smiling moon. Oh, okay. There's Nightmare Fuel right there. That looks cool.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
That's different. That's cool.
The moon tears will flow for one, and one alone.
The Dusk Bloods. Interesting. I mean, they're dropping Elden Ring on the Switch too, so it makes sense that FromSoft would bring something else. 2026. Makes sense. Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive.
What you just saw was a brand new game by From Software. We'll be publishing a creator's voice article where the game's director, Hidetaka Miyazaki, will share more details about the game. So
Nice.
please check it out when it's available. That's all from our publishing and development partners.
Okay. What else we got?
We'd like to thank the developers who appeared today, as well as our publishing and development partners who prepared footage for this presentation. In addition to what you saw today, our partners are working on many games coming to Nintendo Switch 2. We'll showcase more games in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
Nice.
Next, please take a look at this.
Still more. What do we got? Kirby. Yep. Knew it. Brand new Kirby game. Okay. So what are we looking at here? Upgrades. Oh, it's a racing game. Okay. Kirby Air Ride. Oh, okay. Riders. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. All right.
Kirby Air Ride, which originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system over 20 years ago, is getting a brand new game.
Damn, it's been 20 years.
We hope you're looking forward to Kirby Air Riders, directed by Masahiro Sakurai.
Mashed Potato Samurai.
Next is our last trailer for today.
Oh
Please take a
no.
look.
This is Mario. This is a 3D Mario. Has to be. No. Donkey Kong. Yup. Okay. This makes perfect sense. So it looks like Nash Weedle and Necro Felipe were right. Oh, cool. So it's a mix of 2D and 3D. That's pretty sick. Donkey Kong Bonanza. July 17th. All right.
That was a brand new 3D platforming action game starring Donkey Kong
Uh-huh.
called Donkey Kong Bonanza.
New look for Donkey Kong,
With
too.
incredible strength, smash through enemies, walls, the ground, and just about everything as you
Damn.
demolish your way through a massive underground world.
Nice.
More details will be shared in the future. We hope you're looking forward to it.
Thank you for watching so far.
Oh, yeah. You are welcome.
To recap, Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th. Finally,
Day
here
one
are the
by.
hardware options that will be available at launch.
Oh, here we go.
We'll release Nintendo Switch 2, as well as a bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World.
Okay.
For more details, please check the official Nintendo Switch 2 website, which goes live later today.
I got you.
We've covered a lot of information, but that's all we have to share for today.
Oh, come on.
You'll have to wait just a bit longer for launch. We are very much looking forward to everyone being able to experience Nintendo Switch 2.
We appreciate you joining us today. Thank you very much.
You are very welcome. Still nothing about the price, though, which is weird. Nice. All right. Looks like it is over for now. Where's my mouse cursor? There you are. So yeah, they gave us a lot, and I mean a lot, and the chat is going nuts over there on their video. It's crazy. But the only thing that they did not give us was the price of the console. So I'm curious. I'm actually quite curious as to what that's going to wind up being. And yeah, a lot of people are wondering what the price is. It's like, what's going on? What's going on? Why? Yeah, it is what it is. All right, so let's go ahead and just pause that just in case. And I'll go back to it later to see if they put anything else on there. But it looks like they're not going to do anything for Treehouse until tomorrow and the day after. Unfortunately, I won't be able to cover the Treehouse stream tomorrow, but I'm going to try and cover Friday. So we'll work that out. A day late, I think, but it is what it is. Let me check out. I'm going to refresh Best Buy real quick and see. Yeah, there isn't really anything. There really isn't anything on that. Since they didn't reveal the price, it doesn't look like anybody can do anything for like pre-orders and that stuff. So, I mean, I think people still will at some point, but it is what it is. But oh my God, yeah, no, there's a lot to cover for this, and it's just so June 5th. The release date of the console. Super, super cool. The what was it? The Family Boards leak from LIC was actually genuine, so that's been confirmed. Community, you've got group chat, video chat with their cameras. So it makes perfect sense that they would have that USB Type-C port on the top because it supports USB Type-C webcam. I'm wondering though if it's just their camera or if it's any Type-C webcam. I mean, that'd be kind of cool if you could do any of them. Definitely something worth checking out and worth looking into. They showed the Pro controller, which was super cool. And a lot of people, I know a lot of people were happy that the Pro controller had an audio jack because that's going to make, that's going to make their baked-in voice chat and group chat super, super cool. Plus, for those that don't have headsets, you can use the built-in mic and speakers and whatnot. But I'm not really too keen on that. I would definitely, at minimum, have to get a headset specifically for the Switch 2. But then again, that whole the whole baked-in voice chat for us, I don't think really is going to play in too much in regards to that, since we pretty much just use Discord anyway. So it's not really a big selling point, but it's definitely not a negative. I know a lot of people that are going to take advantage of that, and I know they're extremely happy. And then what was it? GameCube NSO was confirmed. Super, super cool. Exclusive to the Switch 2, which is probably going to piss a lot of people off that aren't looking to upgrade to the Switch 2 yet, or probably, well, I mean, I think everybody's going to wind up upgrading to Switch 2 at some point in the future, but some may not. I think a lot may not do it day one. So the fact that they're locking it behind Switch 2 might anger some people, but it is what it is. You want to give people more and more reasons to buy the new console. So it makes perfect sense. So, I mean, come on, whether I can justify it or not, Switch 2 is a day one. Like, I don't care. This is happening for me. And so I think some people thought there was a low chance that there was going to be a new game from Sora Limited. But then, of course, those people that were that were overanalyzing everything that Sakurai was saying on Twitter in the days leading up to this were actually vindicated and proven right. So that's gonna be an interesting one. Kirby Air Riders, which is really cool. And so going back, Switch 2 editions of a number of upcoming Switch 1 games and existing Switch 1 games. Super, super cool. But before we get into that, what was it? Let me see. I'm going through my notes here. The display obviously is an LCD display. It's 1080p, 1080 up to 120 FPS. Super, super cool. Docked mode supports 4K. That was heavily rumored, and people were hoping for it, and they got what they wanted. Super, super cool. So you're going to have 4K support for all Switch 2 games, as well as Switch 2 edition, games for Switch 1 titles. So this is going to be really cool. And then obviously upgraded cooling in order to keep the system from overheating, which makes sense because if you're pushing 4K visuals on that system, it's definitely going to heat up quite a bit. So I think it's going to be an interesting one. The mouse functions, holy shit. The mouse functions on the Joy-Cons, both of them function as with mouse functions. There's that one game, I forget. Let's see. Let's go back.
You just have one game.
You can appear on.
All right, let's go back. What was it? So the mouse cursor functions I thought were super cool, and there are some games that support it, and then some games that are receiving Switch 2 editions that support it, which are super, super cool. HDR support, which I thought was really cool. So in both handheld and docked mode, so that's going to be an interesting one, I think. And then you've got yes. That's actually what I'm looking for that. Let me see. Where is it? Oh yeah, this one, this weird one, which basically is just like a tech demo and like basically like answering questions and whatnot about the Switch 2 system and its features and whatnot. And I figured this would have been something that would have been included with the Switch system itself as like a freebie or what have you. Unfortunately, it's a paid game that you get on the eShop, which to be honest, makes no sense to me. Like that's kind of a no for me. Like I'll wait. I think I'll wait for somebody else to buy the game and the game and see, what that's all about. I'll watch something like that on YouTube. Oh, yes. So micro SD Express. Not too bad. I think pretty much everybody was expecting them to support the newest micro SD standard. I was honestly hoping that they would have had some kind of backwards compatibility with some of the older generations of micro SD cards, but unfortunately that is not the case. So we'll have to buy. Everybody's going to have to buy brand new micro SD Express cards. It is what it is. That's just more money we're going to have to spend. It sucks, but such is life. So what can you do? Let's see. And then, of course, obviously, yeah, the Switch 2 game cards are going to look a lot different. They're going to be red instead of gray. So there's an obvious difference between Switch and Switch 2 game cards. But as we pretty much know, just about everything is backwards compatible. And so I'm definitely liking that. Now, the way they describe that, though, which is weird, is it doesn't seem like every Switch 1 game is going to be backwards compatible. So I'm wondering what the limitations are on that. Like which games aren't, which games can't be played on the Switch 2. So I'm sure we'll find out more about that in the future. And speaking of the future, the 17th of this month, the Mario Kart Direct, which is going to give way more information. I will most likely be covering that. Well, hopefully. So let's see. Yes, the Switch 2 Pro controller. It looks pretty good. I like the look. I like the look of the Pro controller. You got these new buttons here, which are super, super cool. And then let's see. Oh yeah, the audio jack, which we did talk about. Super, super cool. That's going to be that is going to be a welcome addition for those that wanted it with the Switch 1 and their Pro controller, but wound up not getting it. I mean, great controller, love the controller, but to be honest, like I said, the audio jack really wasn't a sticking point for me, but it was for a lot of other people. Let's see. Where is... So yeah, going into the Switch 2 editions for some of the upcoming games as well as some of the existing games. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are both getting a Switch 2 edition. Super, super cool. So upgraded visuals, frame rates. I don't think they mentioned any. They didn't mention anything about existing or additional content for these games. But they did mention some additional content for stuff like Super Mario Party Jamboree, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which I will definitely be playing again. I think a lot of these games I'm going to be streaming again when Switch 2 drops. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to cover and a lot of things to do. And so I'm so looking forward to what's to come. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh yes, a new thing for the Nintendo Switch app, which gives people, I guess, another reason to actually use it. I never really bothered using the Switch online app. I have it, but I really just haven't had an excuse to use it. I mean, yeah, the Switch One's voice chat was locked behind that, and something else was locked behind that as well, but I never really bothered with it. But with this, the whole Zelda's notes allowing you to look and see, and like it helping you find like hidden stuff on the map for the Zelda games, as well as share your construct builds in Tears of the Kingdom through QR codes. That's actually a nifty idea. I like that. So that makes things like super, super simple. And so you don't really have to it makes it simple. So you don't have to watch like YouTube videos and whatnot. I mean, that might piss some content creators off because they're not getting the kind of views that they're getting. But then again, they may just respond to that by not posting those QR codes. So they could do it that way. But I think a lot more people will probably wind up utilizing this, and as a result, using the Switch app a lot more, because they can get some really cool designs for Tears of the Kingdom through the QR codes. So I think that's really cool. And then, yeah, the new story content for Kirby and the Forgotten Land. That's a definite. I will definitely play that. I'm debating on whether I want to replay the whole game or just go straight into the additional content. But I've got a while to decide that. So, no big worries there. I will definitely be playing a lot of this on the main channel. So there's going to be a lot more stuff coming up. So between Xenoblade X, Mario and Luigi Brothership, and whatever else we can come up with to play on there, in addition to the content that we've already got, there's a lot of really good stuff coming up. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it as much as we are. Let's see. Moving on to, yes, Metroid Prime for Nintendo Switch 2 edition. I mean, it's a no-brainer, to be honest. It's a no-brainer. Since I'm getting Switch 2 day one, I'm going to hold off and just buy the Switch 2 edition on Switch 2 day one. So I will be playing this. And this also utilizes the mouse controls that we talked about for this. So this could play more in line with what you would expect with a PC style first person shooter, which I thought was pretty cool, because honestly, I prefer PC controls anyway with first person shooters. So I honestly think this could be really, really good. And so it could give those Nintendo gamers actually a taste of what PC controls are like. Not exactly the same, but it's similar to an extent. Let's see. What else do we have? Really? Why is the screen whiting out? Oh, yes. Pokemon Legends ZA also got a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, which again is going to be super, super cool. So a lot of these games that we kind of assumed, we were like 70-80% sure we're going to get Switch 2, like this was going to be cross-gen. So yeah, I think software sales are going to go down a little bit for Switch 1. So I mean, I'm most likely going to hold off on these games for Switch 1 until Switch 2 comes out. Simple as that. So that'll be something that I'm going to wait on. Let's see. Of course, video is unavailable. Fuck off. All right, let's refresh this. Video is unavailable. Video is private. Really? Okay, let's try. Okay, cool. We got that back. So now it's out of pre-recorded. So yeah, the total runtime was 1 hour 2 minutes. That's kind of what we expect. That's kind of what I expected. Here we go. So this game. Oh, good Lord. This is going to be an interesting one. Oh yeah, somebody mentioned it, the Silk Song clip. A lot of people were happy about that. Still no confirmed release date. So I mean, is what it is. Drag and drive. So this one being built specifically for the mouse functions. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work, or if they'll have like other control schemes. I'm kind of hoping they'll have other control schemes with this for those, because me personally, I don't really have a whole lot of space on the desk for the two Joy-Con 2s with the mouse cursors. I'm hoping that there's a control scheme for the Pro controllers. That being said, it's a really cool concept, I think, to take advantage of the new the new gimmick, so to speak, for the Switch 2's Joy-Cons. So I think that's really, really cool. And then let's see, what else do we got? Oh yes, Elden Ring. Holy shit. I actually have Elden Ring wishlisted on Steam, so I wasn't entirely sure. I'm still probably going to wind up getting it on Steam, because obviously PC gaming is always going to be significantly better than console gaming. But for those that don't have PC, like, this gives people, and I completely understand it. So like the way I see it is, the more the merrier. It gives more people access to games that everyone else has already played. You want to build that audience. And then, so it honestly, it makes perfect sense. So if I'm pretty sure it's going to be the full game plus the what is it? I'm assuming it's going to have the Shadow of the Erd Tree expansion. I'm not entirely sure. I would hope. But it's at this point, it's tough to say. So yeah, the tarnished edition. So tough to say at this stage, but I'm sure we'll find out more. I'm sure we'll find out more when we hit the Treehouse events. So many third-party developers, it looks like, are bringing games in, and some of them were surprises, like big surprises, between Elden Ring, an upgraded version of Hogwarts Legacy, Street Fighter 6, which is to me was another unexpected one. And then this one, which one was this? Oh yeah, Daemon Ex Machina. So that, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I'm not sure exactly how well that game did on the Switch 1. I never really played it. It looked kind of cool, but I honestly never really bothered with it. So, who's to say? I might at some point go back and play it. This one probably won't be a day one for me, at least not at this point. Will I play it? Maybe. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh yeah. EA Sports bringing FC and Madden. So for the sports fans out there, that'll be a good one. So a good variety of stuff. Something for everybody pretty much. And then, oh yes, 2K. 2K games bringing WWE 2K and NBA 2K to the Switch 2. So we're going to see WWE 2K25 on the Switch 2. So like I was saying earlier when the direct was still going, Chris and Scott, I think, are going to enjoy that, especially Chris, since I know he's also a big WWE fan. And it seems like a lot of the folks from Parents Night Out, their podcast, it seems a lot of those guys are big wrestling fans. So that's going to be an interesting one. We'll see if Chris gets to decides to stream that. I'm hoping he does. Oh yeah. So Hogwarts Legacy gets a Switch 2 edition, so that's going to be super super cool. I did see Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4. Way back, it was way back when I played the original release of Pro Skater 2, and I tried to play 3. Not really the biggest fan of the third one, so I didn't really get too into it after that. I don't really plan on playing the re-release of any of these. I haven't bothered with 1 and 2, and so this is pretty much going to be a pass for me as well. And so, all right, so moving on, what else do we have? Oh, yes. Yeah. So Hitman, World of Assassination. Love these games back in the day. I played I wouldn't say the recent version, because they did the first Hitman game for the previous gen consoles before Hitman 2 and 3 was released. And then this one might be an interesting one to get, but not quite sure. I don't think it'll be, I didn't say anything about this one, but I don't think it's going to be a day one buy. So I'm not 100% sure. And then, oh yes, Project 007, which is going to be, I think it's going to be an interesting one. Again, not a day one buy, but that's fine. Oh yes, Bravely Default. This is another good one. So for those that have played, the one on the 3DS, I've played it. I never got the chance to finish it. I didn't really even get that far into it. So this, I think, will be the perfect chance to really get back into the game and play it and, see what it's all about, because I never really got the chance to finish the original version of it. So I think this is going to be really good. And I'm kind of hoping this does well at the same time, because I want to see Bravely Second and all of those other games within that same vein go to Switch 2 as well. So this should be really, really good. Let's see. Moving on to our next. That's still Bravely Default. You've got Yakuza 0 Director's Cut, which is cool. So the fans of that game will be really interesting. I wasn't really too super interested in the game. So what do we got here? Oh, yes. Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment. This caught my interest, obviously, because it's Zelda. And I played the original. I played the original Hyrule Warriors game. Never really got the opportunity to finish it because I never really was a huge fan of the Dynasty Warriors style of games. So I mean, it's not that I think that they're bad games. It's just they're not really for me. So I'll say that much. Let's see. But I think I may very well get this game and give it a shot, and we'll see where that goes. And then so let's see. And so that's coming out in the winter. Yes. GameCube for NSO. So that was confirmed. That report and rumor, because there was a lot of people that have been talking about it. And so that was ultimately confirmed. I'm glad that's coming. And as I said earlier, being locked behind the Nintendo Switch 2 kind of sucks, but it makes perfect sense because they want as many people to get the Switch 2 as quickly as possible. So, I mean, I've already been convinced to buy this system regardless. So there you go. So we've got what were the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, F-Zero GX, and what was the other game? Oh yeah, Soul Calibur 2. Played that, actually. Really good game. Played that on 2 separate systems. The PS2 version, and I also got to play the GameCube version. Good game. And then oh yeah, and of course the online function and whatnot. I'm hoping that going into the Switch 2, they end up, stepping up the release slate for these games and start releasing more each month for these services, and not just like 3 or 4 games split between like, a game for this system, a game for that system, and whatnot. I'm really hoping they step it up. And I think, as much as it sucks, I think it kind of makes sense because I don't think they really have that big a team on hand that's working on getting these games set for NSO. And so I think if they brought more people in to kind of focus on that, I think we could start getting more. But that's anybody's guess at this point. So, yeah. What can you do? Let's see. Oh, yes. Okay, so this I didn't know about. But looking back at it now, I think some people were looking back at it now and looking at some articles, there were 1 or 2 people that were talking about it that I know of. And so that's kind of hindsight there. The GameCube controller for NSO, which is going to make a lot of people happy, because I know a lot of people, and there's a ton of people that thought that, the GameCube controller was the best controller that they ever put out. I respectfully disagree. I I like the GameCube controller, but I don't think it was their best one. I was glad when they went the route that they did with the Wii U Pro controller and then continuing that with the Switch and now with the Switch 2. Once again, I like the way the Switch 2 Pro controller works. So once again, day one buy. So let's look at a few more games here. Borderlands 4. This was something I don't think anybody was expecting, because a lot of these developers have been fairly tight-lipped on what they were doing, and it makes sense because they had to be. They didn't want anybody. There were a few that slipped up. Makes sense, because it's going to happen. You can't keep everybody quiet all the time. It's just not going to happen. But like a lot of these games that I think that's people weren't expecting, like Borderlands 4 coming to the Switch 2. It's great. I think I will probably still get it. I mean, once again, I'll probably still get it for the PC based on the control type. So, I mean, as much as it sucks to say, but it's cool that it's there for those that don't have it, that have the Switch or the Switch 2, that want to play the game, because now you can. So this is a good thing. This is a good thing. You know, haters be damned. I'm glad that a lot of these games are coming out on the Switch 2, as they should. So we're getting a lot more third-party support. Civilization 7 coming out. Oh yes, like we just mentioned this earlier. 2K, WWE 2K, NBA 2K, and I'm assuming they're gonna bring some of their other titles to the Switch 2 as well, and so that's gonna be a really good thing. And then I think this one is this is where the video froze. Survival Kids. Okay. Kind of a survival game, crafting, looks like whatever. I'm not entirely sure. Hang on, let's go back. Let's go back and take a look, because this is where this is basically where the game or the video froze. So I'm not entirely sure what the premise is behind this. So let's have a look.
4 kids find this old tattered map. Off they went, armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a profound lack of preparation.
Yeah,
Boom!
as it usually is with kids.
Steering a raft. Let's slay some trees. Awesome! You nailed it!
Okay.
Hook, line, and sinker. Tastes amazing, doesn't it? Really have started to master this survival thing. Next stop, the top. Ha! Nicely done. Well, I think that's everything. Let's set sail.
Okay.
This time, for home.
Okay. So, I mean, it's an interesting concept for a game. I mean, survival, crafting, escape the island. It's been done before, but it looks pretty cool. Not really something that I would play though. So, I mean, obviously the game itself is going to have an audience, and oh, of course, it's Konami. Yeah. So that's another reason for me to stay away from the game, because fuck Konami. And I will continue to say it, and those of you who understand the shit between them and Kojima will know why I say that. Like, it's a no from me. And it sucks because the Gradius collection is coming to Switch 1, which is super cool because I loved the Gradius games. They were super, super cool. Getting to play like Gradius 3, which might be a difficult game for some, but I enjoy the absolute hell out of it. But I won't buy that collection because I'm not supporting Konami. So, I mean, there's certain companies that I just won't support based on some of the decisions that they've made and some of the dumb shit that they do. So it is what it is. But I digress. Moving on. This is, what is this? What is, oh yeah, okay. Star Seeker Astroneer Expedition. So Devolver Digital. So this is from, I got you. So this makes sense. This is from the people that created, I think Red Dead. I could be wrong. It shows you how much I actually pay attention. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, honestly, Nintendo and Nintendo fans, like, we're gonna be like, we are eating good, so to speak. Like, we are feasting on some really, really cool stuff. I am absolutely looking forward to. And yes, okay, Cyberpunk 2077. I'm actually in the midst of playing that game. I don't stream it, but I'm actually in the midst of playing it. Really cool game. I'm probably about a quarter of the way through it, or I was a quarter of the way through it, but that nice little bug popped up where I wasn't able to complete a mission or receive phone calls from certain characters, so I couldn't progress in the story and wound up having to start the game over. That kind of pissed me off. They still haven't fixed that bug, unfortunately. So we're stuck having to restart that game, but I'm enjoying it. I have enjoyed it. And so once again, Switch to Nintendo gamers are getting some really cool stuff. So I cannot wait to see those that didn't have the opportunity to play it on the other consoles or the PC to be able to play it on this. So cheers to Nintendo for getting these games and getting these developers and publishers on board. So looking forward to this. Oh yes. Yeah. So Final Fantasy VII Remake. Awesome. Great. I don't know that I'm going to play this, at least not on the Switch 2, which is fine. I'm not going to worry too much about it. What do we got? Oh yes. Yeah. Silk Song. I think that was, no, this is Story of Seasons. Yes. Still don't have it looks like there's still no nailed down release date for this, but this is making a lot of people super happy because it's weird. Like, every time you see a Nintendo Direct or some kind of Direct, partner showcase or what have you, everybody mentions, are they going to mention Silk Song? And it's like, when is it going to end? Well, here you go, folks. You finally got what you've been after. And it's cool. I haven't played Hollow Knight or any of the games from Team Cherry, so I think at some point I'll get to it, but right now there's just way too much to get through at this point. Backlogs for days or months, as it were. Yeah, we're gonna skip past. We're skipping past Star Wars Outlaws because who the fuck cares about that game anyway? Ubisoft is fucked up, and I don't see them recovering from that. Let's see. Let's move into yes, Shadow Labyrinth. That's another interesting one that I think I might actually play. I might grab that on Switch 1 and then just transfer it over to Switch 2 once I get that. But this is going to be like a new take on Pac-Man, like a dark take on Pac-Man. Super cool. Professor Layton, which is going to be super, super cool. Human Fall Flat. Never played the first one, so not really too as keen on that as as some people might be. And then I can't believe I thought this was. It's weird because I said, like, pardon me for not recognizing it. I honestly thought this was like Castlevania, but clearly I was wrong. But yeah, so this is another FromSoft game. Trying to remember the name of it. And of course, this will have multiplayer as well. Come on, where are you? All right, come on. But yeah, no, this game looks pretty cool. I think it should be an interesting one. And honestly, it's nothing less than what you would expect from FromSoft. So super, super cool. that T-Rex looking guy with the with the human legs, that's just like that is weird to me. Like that's an interesting one. Kind of funny. But let's see the name of this. Oh yes, yeah, the Dusk Bloods. So we've got two games, it looks like, from these guys, and I am absolutely looking forward to seeing how these games perform, because I'd love to see them re-release some of the Dark Souls games, and like see like a Demon Souls remastered release on the Switch too. Maybe. You know, anything's possible. Let's see. So it looks like they're going to have a creator's voice on the Nintendo website, which is going to be super cool, I think. You know, getting more information on some upcoming stuff, the Switch 2 hardware, you know, Mario Kart and whatnot. So I think it's going to be super, super cool. And then, oh yeah, so Kirby Air Riders. So a neat little racing game. So I think, yeah, he was Sakurai was definitely a bit more careful, I feel, about what he was doing on Twitter, because of the internet detectives that were like dissecting literally everything that he was saying. And so it's like, did he trick us? I think so. So we're definitely getting something. We're definitely getting something good from him. So we're looking good, I think. And so yeah. So getting back into it, the only thing that we didn't get in this, that a lot of people were talking about in the chat for this specific video, was the price. We still don't know the price. I mean, we got the release date right off the bat. June 5th is when this drops, so we'll probably start seeing pre-order info coming up fairly soon. But we still don't know financial details at this stage. So I'm still leaning towards 400. I think 450 would probably be about the top end of what people would be willing to spend. I think that might be pushing it for me. But at this point, it's still a wait and see game. So it's anybody's guess at this point. But with it being 2 months from release, you would think that they would drop the price on it. Say, hey, you know, this is what the system costs. And that would allow more people to start putting money aside to get this, and, you know, retailers too. But maybe I think they're keeping. it's possible that they're keeping a lot of this close to the chest for now to kind of plan out a bit better the release and pre-orders, and making sure everything goes smooth as far as, you know, getting as many people able to get these systems as possible and cutting down on the scalpers. And that's the type of crap that pisses me off. I'm hoping retailers are able to I'm really hoping that retailers are able to get their stuff in order and put some limitations on who can buy what, to cut down on people just buying mountains of inventory and reselling it out at outrageous prices, because that's going to piss a lot of people off. I want to get a Switch 2 day one, but I am unwilling to pay more than retail. So hopefully they do something to combat the scalpers and what have you. So we'll see. So let's see, what else can we talk about? Oh, Mario Kart World. I think that is what they called the game. Yes. Mario Kart World. Probably going to be their biggest release, especially within their first year. Everybody's going to be wanting to get their hands on this, myself included. Driving around in a completely open world Mario Kart game is going to be super, super cool. I cannot wait to explore. And this honestly gives a lot more people an excuse to get the system day one. And I hope a lot of our group get this system from day one, if nothing else, but for this game. Because, I mean, most of the people that know me know that I am a massive, massive Mario Kart fan. There's no question. So this is like literally the first game that I'm getting. Done deal. Like, there's nothing else that needs to be said. Super, super cool. You know, having the usual Grand Prix mode, which is super cool, and then being able to drive between courses with that, and then having the knockout mode, which is another super cool one. There was another game that I was playing, which it's a shame that more people within our group wasn't playing it. I forget what the name of the game was. Actually, hang on. I have it on. Where is it? I had it on here. Stampede Racing Royale, which is another super cool racing game that followed that follows a similar premise, where you race and then part of the field gets eliminated, and then you keep going, and then so it follows the same premise. So I think that may have been, this particular game may have been where Nintendo got it for Mario Kart, but super, super cool. And then, of course, some of the features for this game, you know, being like wall jumping, wall riding, grinding on railings and wires and things like that, which is super, super cool. And then the potential for DLC for this is another like super, super cool. Like it makes this game even more exciting, because I feel like this game is going to have a ton of content day one. And I would assume the coming year after this game's release, there's going to be even more content and even more features and stuff for online multiplayer and things like that. I am super, super excited about. And so All right, so boil it all down. So this is pretty much, I think, everything that people assumed it was going to be. A lot of things that were confirmed, some things that it looks like that were not. We got the Breath of the Wild remaster. We didn't get the 3D Mario, but we got Donkey Kong. And so there were a few people that were talking about that. It was Nash. Yeah. So seeing on Twitter through like Nash Weedle and Necrofelipe, and then guys like Andres Restart were talking about it as well on their YouTube channels. And so you had some people were assuming, oh, there's no way they're not going to have a 3D Mario on the Switch 2 Direct, like, because it just wouldn't make sense. And part of me agrees with it, but also at the same time, like, you want to give. I mean, you have Mario Kart, massive Mario Kart game, so you're not going to steal the thunder for Mario Kart. The only way you would do that is have a brand new 3D Zelda game or an even bigger 3D Mario game. So I don't think it kind of makes sense that they wouldn't do that yet. So I think we'll probably see more along the lines of 3D Mario. I would assume within the next 3 to 6 months. We'll probably hear, I'd say closer to 6 months away before we hear anything about another 3D Mario. I could be wrong. I hope it's sooner rather than later, but you never know. So they were obviously right. And we're getting a new Donkey Kong, a cross between 2D and 3D Donkey Kong, which I thought was pretty cool. And then the new art style for Donkey Kong, which looks pretty interesting. It's not, I kind of like, and this is coming from a guy that's played the old Super Nintendo Donkey Kong Country games. I kind of liked like that version of Donkey Kong. And so there's like, it looks sort of like that to a small extent, but it like they've kind of stepped away from it. So, I mean, it is what it is. So I'm not sure how much left there is to talk. I'm not sure how much left there is to talk about with the Switch 2 and the games. We've had a lot, like I said, a lot of stuff confirmed. A lot of stuff seems to have been deconfirmed. It looks like I don't want to say, because I know I said when they did the GameCube NSO stuff that, because they showed Wind Waker on that. And so I know that I said possibly deconfirming Wind Waker HD for the Switch or Switch 2. It's not necessarily true. They still could do something for Wind Waker and or Twilight Princess. I'm still kind of hoping they do, considering that we have Legend of Zelda's 40th anniversary coming up. So at this point, it's a wait and see game. There's still a lot of there's a 2 months at least between now and when the Switch 2 drops. Plus, with all these anniversary stuff coming up, it's anybody's guess at this point. So in any case, it's safe to say that Nintendo fans are eating good at this stage. We're looking pretty good, and I'm liking what I see, and I can't wait. They have taken pardon me. They've taken the next step in the future. And I mean, it's, who'd have thought they'd finally, Nintendo in 4K. Honestly, who'd have thought they'd ever take that step? There were a number of people that were saying, they're not going to do it, blah, 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 based on the leaks that they'd seen for the Switch 2. But that was completely blown. Some people kind of blew it out of proportion, but to be honest, all that got completely blown out of the water. And I'm glad. I'm actually glad that they're taking this next step. You know, I'm looking forward to the future for this company, and I'm excited for what's in store. So yeah. I think at this point we're kind of dragging the bottom of the barrel here, so we're gonna go ahead and get we're gonna go ahead and kill this for now. Yeah, I'm gonna end this as I usually do for a nap reacts. We'll just go by my script. I'm not gonna be editing this. I don't think. I might cut up a few bits and pieces here and there, but I'm not entirely sure. We'll figure it out as we go. Yeah. Well, that'll just about do it for this episode of Nap Reacts Live. We hope you enjoyed this as much as we hope you enjoyed this bit of content as much as we did bringing it to you. If you did, smack that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. So we'll be picking back up the recording of our regular episodes of Nap Reacts this coming Monday, because certain circumstances between some of our crew not being in town, or not feeling well, and then the power outage that happened to me that a couple days ago kind of screwed all that up for the last few weeks. But it is what it is. But we're gonna be getting back onto that, so we hope you are looking forward to that as well. Follow us on all of our social platforms through the links in the description. The link tree is your one-stop shop for everywhere we operate, including our Patreon, as well as our incredible Discord community, which you will thoroughly enjoy. It is absolutely free to join, so stop by, shoot the breeze, play some games, and hang out with nerds just like you. At the end of the day, you can click all the things and join our incredible community. We look forward to seeing you there. Yeah. With that out of the way, we're going to get the hell out of here. As always, this is Justin from the Nerd Archive. Thanks again for watching Nap Reacts Live, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye!